And now that we have the law of sine and the law of cosine proved, we can move on to solving these triangles and determining whether there's 1, 2, or 0 solutions. Now, I found the easiest way to determine how many solutions there are is to just, when you're using the law of sines, just find the first, if you have two sides here, find the first angle, and then subtract that angle from 180 and determine if that angle that you got from that subtraction would still work with the angle that you're given. If so, then there'd be two solutions. If it didn't, there'd be one solution. With the law of cosines, we know that there's only ever going to be one solution given to us through that. So that's fairly simple. And going back to the law of sines, if we're ever given two angles here, like in this equation, we know that there's only going to be one possible solution because there's not two angles for angle C that could fit 180 minus these two. There's only going to be one answer there. So let's go ahead and get started and see how many sides or how many triangles there's going to be here and what those solutions are going to be. So we have a side and two sides and an angle, and one of them is the side opposite the angle. So we know we can use this law of sines here to solve this triangle. So we'll start with sine angle A, which is 49, over side A, 19, equals sine of angle B over side B, 24. And you'll notice that I put the signs in the numerator here this time. Other times I may put these two signs in the denominator, but as long as you put them both in the numerator or both in the denominator, it does not matter which way you do it. I prefer to put the unknown variable in the numerator so that it's easier to just multiply both sides by 24 and then we have it on its own, not in the denominator. So that's what we're going to do here. We're going to multiply both sides by 24 and we'll get 24 sine 49 over 19 equals sine B. Okay, and then sine B, we'll just punch this side into a calculator and we get 0.953, and now we can use the inverse sine function to find out what the side or what the angle B here is going to be. So B equals, that comes out to 72.42. But now also, in order to check to make sure we don't have two possible triangles, we need to subtract this side from 180 degrees, which is the max a triangle can be, and determine if that angle plus angle A is too large for a triangle, is more than 180, or if it's going to provide a second possible solution. And when we punch that into a calculator, we see that we do get 107.58, which that and angle 49 add together to less than 180. So we are going to have two possible solutions here. So these are the two solutions for angle B. Now we are going to find angle C and then use that to find side C. So to find angle C, C is going to equal 180, the max value of a triangle, minus 49, minus, and for this first solution we'll do 72.42. And that equals, that equals 58.58. Okay, and then for our other triangle, we'll get angle C equals 180 minus 49 minus 107.58. That equals 23.42. So we know these are the two solutions for C, and so now we can use those two solutions to find the two different lengths for side C. So we use a lowercase c for that. Okay, but we have to use the law of sines here. So C over sine, we'll do the 58.58 equals, we'll use sides A and angle A since we have the most exact solutions for those. So that equals 19 over sine 49. Okay, just close these parentheses here. And as you can see here, we put the signs in the denominator because our unknown variable we want in the numerator just to make it easier to solve, and that does not affect the solution at all. So we'll multiply both sides by sine 58.58. So we get C equals 19 sine 58.58 over sine 49. Okay, and we just put that into a calculator, and we see that C equals 21.48. Okay, and now we'll do the same, but instead of using 58.58 as our angle of C, we're going to use 23.42 for our second solution. So we'll use the law of sine again. So sine of 23.42 equals, and we'll use A again. So we've got 19 sine 49. Okay, we'll multiply both sides by sine 23.42, gives us C equals 19 sine 23.42 over sine 49. And we just put that into a calculator, and we get our second solution for C with the second angle, and that's going to equal 10.01.